Welcome to Keith's Broken Boats and Other Stuff. Hello, I'm at Stourport today. I've come to have a look at one of these cruisers that's rowed up here. This is Stourport Basin, quite a large basin. Look at that big old bird up there going through a bit of a refurb. That's an old bathtub, isn't it? And to get the big boats, there's two sets of locks at Stourport. To get the big boats in and small ships, whatever, you've got this massive lock here, and that lowers it down into the next basin, which is the lower basin. I'll show you that in a sec. You see it's quite a large lock for getting those big river vessels up into the basin. So obviously you drop it down through this first lock, and then once you've got down through the first lock, you have like the lower basin. And if I just get over this bridge, down there's the lower basin, and then there is the lower lock, and that's for getting the bigger boats up into the Stourport Basin. Stourport is this is the lower basin here. There's also a dry dock here, which there is a boat in at the moment. I'll show you that in a bit. Stourport was a really busy inland port in its heyday. It's links to various canals which come out of here. Very important little inland port. This, if you've got a narrow boat, this is how you get off the Severn and onto the canal network. And what you've got is a staircase lock here going into the basin. So that's the top lock of the staircase lock. The second lock is under this little road bridge. I'll just sort of wander down these steps, and there you have it. That is and that's a staircase lock, which means those lock gates in there form the exit gates for this lock if you're going up into the basin, but the entry gates into the next lock. So there you go. So that's the staircase lock to get your narrow boat up there, and then this then lowers you down into that lower basin, and straight in front of you there is another staircase lock, and that staircase lock is the lock that lets you down onto the River Severn. Like I said, it's another staircase lock. So that second set of gates, there's the first gate, that second set of gates there, that set of gates is not only the exit gate to this lock that I'm walking along now, but it is the entry gate to the river lock, which I'm just going to walk over now over this little footbridge. There's the river lock. This means that these are quite tall gates in here. There you go, and then you're out onto the River Severn. And there's the exit gates onto the River Severn. The water level in the River Severn and the other side of that lock gate at the moment are virtually the same because it's up. As you can see, there's a board here. Those flashing lights indicate that the river is unsafe to navigate at the moment. The next set of lights down in the yellow means you could go in, but it's still dangerously high. Then there's a set below which is getting into its working range. This is the River King. The River King is now a trip boat on the River Severn, a riveted steel vessel. The River King was built in the early 1930s. It's on the Historic Vessels Register by the National Maritime Museum. It was built by the Union Dry Dock Company, and it's a riveted steel vessel. Originally, the River King only had one engine, but in the 50s it broke its crankshaft, and I envisage that is when its single engine was removed. You can see where the old prop would have been there, and it's been installed with 2 more engines. That's the prop off of the engine on this side, and the other prop is obviously behind there, but that's the original like cutlass bearing hole that the original prop went out, and that's the new where cutlass bearing that these props come out there. You can see the other propeller on the other side. Obviously it's in here for some repairs and refurb to get ready for running trips again on the River Severn. If you look closely at the hull, especially from this sort of angle, you can see the construction of it. The plates of steel there, riveted together, holding it all together. And I tell you what, there's a lot of rivets. I'd like to thank you for watching that. If you have, that's really good of you. Don't forget, if you like it, don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up. I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye.